thank you for taking the time for joining us in this video. Some of you that you've been watching the videos, you know these videos are geared towards educating and sharing valuable information. So it's not fully entertaining, though I ask you to stick with them because you will get a benefit from doing so, okay? Today's topic is relocation services. If you watched the previous video, I went through an outline of the different services, the different topics pertaining to relocation. And today we're going to cover the all-inclusive package for relocating that we offer here at Casa Bella Realty. Though before I do, let me discuss some of the reasons why most people are relocating. And this is what we're finding with the clients that we're helping. One is Proposition 19, and that's state here in California, within the state, I should say. And what this allows is if you're 55 and over in your age, you can take advantage of reallocating your current property tax amount to anywhere in the 58 counties within California. So for example, if right now your current tax assessed property value is $300,000 and you go buy a property for maybe $800,000, you take all your equity and buy something higher in price, then your future home, your relocation home, will be assessed at $300,000. You can transfer your current assessed value for property taxes to your next home. That's Prop 19. So a lot of our clients are taking advantage of this proposition where they could keep their cost of living lower in their next property. So even if you pay for the property cash, you can count on paying low taxes of what you're paying today. Okay, so that's Prop 19 in California only. Now, the second reason our clients are taking advantage of relocating today is Section 121. Now, this is federal, right, at the national level. And what this allows is where you can exempt up to $500,000 without paying any tax. So, meaning you can extract $500,000 from your current equity when you sell and transfer that to your next property, and you won't pay any taxes on any of that. Now, anything above the $500,000 would be paid at the capital gain tax, though why most of our relocation clients are at an age where they're, semi-retired and their income is lower, which lowers their capital gain. So it's a win-win, taking advantage of Section 121, the up to $500,000 exemption. And then if you have lower reported income, then your capital gain is a lot less. So those are the two main reasons. And of course, a lot of our clients are looking for different pace of life or downsizing or, just going to an area where they can see themselves living a fuller life and keeping their cost of living less. Okay, so those are good reasons of why people are moving, and we have the opportunity and privilege to be working with a lot of clients, and we're looking to work with you if you're here in Southern California. Now, let's go to today's topic, which again is what we do here at Casa Bella Realty Group as far as our relocation all-inclusive package. I'm going to go through this based on my notes to make sure I don't leave anything out. And hopefully as I go through this, you're making a mental note, because if you're thinking of relocating, it's good to compare, because not every company is the same. Not every agent is the same. I can speak for what we do, and starting with this all-inclusive package, and also what we do as far as our different departments. We have specialists just for this to help you relocate. Not every company, not every agent specializes in relocation. Our agents that work in this department, this is what they do full time. Work with relocation clients, because the complexities involved is not something that any and every agent is aware of or can work. So it does require a bit more of a focus, a specialization in the different topics and how to manage a relocation to make sure that the move is done in a manner that would help you, right? So let's go through these. This is our all-inclusive relocation package. I'm reading off the package itself, and if you would like a copy of this, let us know, and someone from our relocation department, one of our specialists, would meet with you and go through these more in detail to make sure they meet your needs. Okay, so the first one, or first item on our package is specialized advice. Okay, as I mentioned, um, relocation has a lot of moving parts. Not only is it challenging for you, it can be challenging for the professional handling the relocation because we want to make sure we check all the boxes to in assuring that your move is as smooth as possible and that's done in a manner that you set out to accomplish, right? So we want to make sure we fulfill that. And this personalized knowledge is put in effect, understanding your wants and needs, and we make sure that any advice that we give you, we consult and ask you to consult with your tax people. As far as we talked about Section 121, Prop 19. You know, we don't hold tax licenses; we hold real estate licenses. So we can't give you tax advice, though we can make you aware of what these are, so you can speak to your tax people, or we can refer you to tax people we work with, and you can consult with them. Right? So it's very specialized to the relocation. This advice we give you. Now, second is the professional valuation. Okay, this one here is where we visit you at your property. We do a walkthrough. We ask you a lot of questions of what you've done to the property or what you haven't done to a property. And we prepare an accurate assessment of the value of your property. And at the same time, we make sure that's in compliance for any lending institutions or any appraisers. Because in most cases, to get retail value, we want to make sure that it meets the guidelines for the different loan programs out there so we can attract a bigger pool of potential buyers, making sure that we can get a better price. Because in a move like this, the more money you receive, the better, the more choices and more options. So our professional valuation, we look at all this. We don't just give you a zestimate, as it said. We take all the particularities of your property and come up with that more accurate assessment, along with meeting all the guidelines from appraisers and lending institutions. Next, we have strategic marketing. You're watching this video on YouTube. It tells me that you're someone that's online. We specialize in online marketing, as most companies do, though we also do offline marketing. And we highlight the benefits of your home, the best parts of living in your home. And we make sure that this marketing gets out to the right audience of those pool of buyers. Now, we also market the your property to our existing database. Right now, I believe we have over 42,000 contacts in our database, and we make sure that it reaches them because someone in our database might know someone, or they may themselves be looking for a property like yours. And lastly, here in the strategic marketing is we send out the property information to all of our cash buyers. We have a network of investors, cash buyers. In case a cash buyer is required for fast closing, we make that available to them as well. So we're making sure that our strategic marketing is giving your property the most exposure, because we know how this works. The more exposure, the more offers, the more competing for the home, gets you more price, which more money in your pocket, right? Which is always good. Next, we have the preparation of the property. Okay, this is something I take pride in here as the manager of Casa Bella Realty Group. Because most agents will meet with you. They might tell you, okay, do this, do that, or you have that conversation with them. We don't tell you what to do. We do it along with you. We have an in-house handyman service. We'll go in and walk the property with our specialist and the handyman and point out certain things. One, that are state mandated: water heaters, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide. There are certain things that we want to make sure are done correctly, going back to being in compliance. Now, other things that we do is at no additional cost, they'll look for the items that are quick fixes, and these things will be taken care of up to $2,500. I mean, that's a significant savings to you, and $2,500 in prepping a home goes a long way. Now, if there's things beyond the $2,500 that are needed that we see, and we do an equation with you, that it will bring a lot more value or more money into your bottom line, your pocket, taking care of these things, maybe certain upgrades, maybe a bathroom, maybe a kitchen, you'll get discounted fees through our in-house handyman services. Handyman services, right? Though we'll make sure that you get that money back once the property's sold. All right, so we make sure all this is taken care of. Also, we do cleanup. Okay, any cleanup of any debris, we'll bring in our haulers. They'll take everything out and go dump it at no additional cost to you. And lastly, if there's any cleaning required, because I know at times we all have busy lives, we might not be getting to the cleaning. We'll help maintain the house clean while it's on the market. So anytime it's shown, it's going to show its best light, right? And this way you can relax and take that pressure off your shoulders. We'll have a cleaning crew go to your property and do the cleaning to make sure that it's ready for showing. All right. Now that's the property preparation. Next, we have the documentation management. Okay. This one is key because in order for you to be in compliance with a lot of the tax laws, your tax preparer is going to ask you for certain documents. Okay, we make sure that if we do it physical signatures or e-signatures, that we share a drive with you, right, where you have access to all the documents that take place within your transaction. This way, if you speak to your tax person or you need to check something on your own, you will always have full access. This is not something that we take lightly. We have to be in compliance. You have to be in compliance. So we have a document management system we provide in making sure that we meet those compliances, okay? Now, the next one here is negotiations and closing. And this is the key. I always say, as real estate professionals, we don't sell properties. Properties sell themselves, price right, market it right, of course, finding the right buyer. Though what we do is we're problem solvers. We negotiate the best deal for you and solve problems along the way, because one thing is to open an escrow and another thing is to close an escrow. And especially in this topic, relocation, usually our clients are selling and buying. That's the whole idea here. And we have contracts on both sides. And when contracts are involved, that means there's money on the line. There's obligations, responsibilities on the line. And in this negotiation, we make sure that we negotiate the best terms on the sale of your property, and we negotiate the best terms on the purchase of your next property, and we establish contingencies to protect you on both ends. Okay, and this is something we do, and this is where I say not every agent is the same. We have our team of relocation specialists that would know exactly how to best negotiate these terms for your benefit. Okay, so beware, right? Whatever you do, if you decide not to work with us, or maybe you're in a different state or somewhere else, just make sure you're interviewing the agent and asking these questions. How would they protect you on the sale and the purchase of your next property. And if they don't know the answer, find someone else, okay? Now, if you happen to be here in California, Southern California, this is something, again, when we meet, we'll go over that in detail with you. Next, we have the post-sale and follow-up, okay? Now, post-sale is making sure that once we close on your home that you sold, everything that needs to take place takes place, okay? We get engaged with that process. We'll help you move into your next place at no additional cost, up to 120 miles. Okay, anything beyond the 120 miles, our allies that we work with in the moving companies, they'll charge a little extra, though we'll move you at no cost up to 120 miles. We'll make sure there's ongoing conversations after, okay? Not only will you work with our specialists in our relocation department, we have a customer service department. And this is important. I've been doing this now, I think, 35, 36 years. And one thing I've learned, regardless of the size of the company, regardless of the name of the company, most don't have a customer service department, which is not good, because there's a lot of times where a client needs some type of support, or ask a question, and they have to chase down the agent that helped them with the transaction. And most agents, unfortunately, and I speak as an agent, we move forward and we're helping other clients. And sometimes we're not the best at customer service when it's needed. So here at Casa Bella Realty Group, not only do we have specialists to help you through the transaction, though our post-closing, we have a dedicated customer service department. If there's any issues with the property taxes, any issues with the insurance, any issues whatsoever, you need a document, you'll have access to our customer service department, and they'll get on it right away for you, okay? You don't have to chase down the agent that helped you with the transaction, okay? And that's a big plus on the post-closing and follow-up, okay? I would say those are the different parts of our all-inclusive, and you receive this all at one low commission. When you meet with us, we'll go into how we save you money without compromising the service. And by bringing in the buyer, you'll pay one flat fee. And I think that's very powerful now, because not only will we help you get the most money for your property with the least amount of problems, though at the same time, we'll help you save money along this process. All right, so I do thank you for watching. It was a mouthful, a lot of different items there. Though if you took mental note or notes, physical notes, hold us accountable. Give us a call, reach out to us, set up a no obligation meeting with one of our specialists. And if it makes sense to move forward, great. If not, at least you'll have this information. And when the time comes and when you are ready, at least you know what's involved and what are the benefits to you in moving forward with us here at Casa Bella Realty Group. Thank you.